All right, up on the Rubicon and heading in for a camping trip, just an overnight. It's November, so it's gonna be cold. We are on BFG pits, Paulie. So I've got 35-inch System 3 DX440 is on here on stock 15-inch Can-Am wheels. That's not a beadlock though. I've added a bunch of storage. I've got a spare tire up here now. This is a Can-Am tire rack, which is pretty awesome. It's got the struts on here, and it actually stays put with this piece right here. Got 3 storage boxes. It's gonna be cold, so I prioritized and brought firewood. I've got clothes, toiletries stuffed in these other 2 small ones. Tent. In here, I've got my ICECO cooler. I've got my Keurig, and I've got my Jackery down there charging everything up. Not a whole lot of stuff in here, but it seems to work pretty well for what I'm doing. This is the first time running 35s, I mean. Really close there up top, so it should be interesting. Even with all this weight, the springs are doing pretty well. I'm sagged out about an inch, maybe an inch and a half in the back with all this weight, which makes sense. The tire carrier is not light. I've got spare tire up there, all the firewood, so it should be interesting. Paulie, you ready for this?
Let's do it, man. Let's go camp in the ice cold snow.
Well, you got to bring some firewood, dude. Come on. You have room somewhere. We can throw a couple logs in here.
I can't. My fans are up there.
Yeah, you got room somewhere. Come on.
Do I?
I don't know.
Maybe if you stack something on top of this. A bucket.
You could totally do it. How about up on your roof?
No.
Are you going to be like Ducky? I don't want to scratch my floorboard.
Don't scratch my shit, man.
All right. What year is this thing?
It's old. 18.
18. Turbo S. Holy smokes. Do you have like 100,000 in this car?
Probably more than that.
Oh my God.
Probably 125 rows.
Oh, Paulie. Well, look at that.
There's no other.
Paulie's even high tech with his winch, so he can do everything from inside the cockpit.
There's no other stock Polaris frame built like this.
No, none.
No.
Because nobody's racing a Turbo S anymore.
No, because, well, they're usually stock frame, maybe a little bit modified, or a full-blown race frame.
What do you run for tires?
I can't tell you.
Okay, well, the 35s.
35s.
All right.
I'm trying these Roxillas because MRT didn't come out with their tires yet.
All right, soon.
I'm an MRT fan.
Okay.
I wanted to give these a try.
All right, we got Steve Crazy Watson here with a home-built rack on top of his work truck. 4-seat Turbo S. Steve, didn't you make that rack?
Oh yeah.
All by you learned how to weld and you made that rack all by yourself.
Yep. You drove it thousands of miles now. It's worked out good.
Nice.
Hasn't fallen apart yet.
I'm feeling flexy today.
Is your rear sway bar connected?
I took my rear one off.
So no sway bar at all?
No, I mean, it's on one side, but that doesn't matter. And the front has the little Walker Evans shock.
What's with all this mud?
Oh, it's gonna get dirty. Probably every now and then take a look at my clothing pack on the back and make sure it's not burning on my exhaust.
Copy. No visible smoke yet. Almost a little sluice. Cruising along pretty good. A little bit of traffic. Kind of surprising for a middle of November. Pretty, gonna be pretty cold up here tonight, but the weather during the day is awesome. A lot of mud puddles because it rained pretty good last week. We're just starting down the slabs to Buck Island Reservoir, which is in front of us there, and pretty awesome. You got all kinds of snow up on the mountains up top.
Excellent. This campsite's empty right here.
Okay, you're the boss.
You can pull straight in if you want.
Rubicon Trail Foundation, private property, but they allow the public to come here and ride. There's a loop, and that's what we're doing.
There's a hole right there in that water puddle. Like, it's about 1.5 feet deep. Good thing I missed it. Hey, somebody, there's a green cooler thing. Oh, shit. I don't know if I strapped my shit down.
All right.
Yep.
Time for Steve to bust out the winch. He's got a worn Axon 45S, I think. And that long wheelbase just hasn't caught up on those rocks right there. Rock's not heavy enough. That rock was too small. I'm going for a bigger rock. We've got our speed strap Big Mama.
We would have went down it.
There we go. This is on the Rubicon Trail Foundation property. This is RTF for short. It's private property, but they let you come out here and run this trail, which is pretty cool. Rock on the left?
Use the passenger tire, run up this rock. There you go, right there. Go! Go! Told ya.
Alright, here comes Paulie. I think he's gonna go right up this. Yep. Yeah. These wheels are definitely experienced now. Got that out of the way. Ducky! Steve, we don't have enough firewood yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Trim a piece off this.
How cold is it supposed to be tonight?
41.
41. That's cold. Whoa, your angle of the dangle's a little strange there, Steve.
Yeah, it burns better that way.
Okay. We're back from the RTF loop. Paulie's got his cooler ready for the bear tonight. We've got our fire going out at Buck Island. Beautiful night. It's gonna get freaking cold though. right, guys, back from the Rubicon. Great trip. We did a camping overnight thing. A little chilly on the trail, but great trip. We did run 35-inch System 3 DX440 tires. I'd say this is a little bit more suited to desert terrain than the rocks, but the extra ground clearance was definitely nice. We had these mounted on factory Can-Am wheels. These are 15-inch wheels, non-beadlock. And the one thing I don't really like about it is for rock crawling, this wheel sticks way out, and you can see we got quite a bit of scrapes and damage here. I'm not too concerned about that because I know that's going to happen, but that's a little excessive for what we were doing. So something to think about for rock crawling. Probably be better to come out just a little bit and protect the wheel. Storage wise, we were set. This box here is a Can-Am Link box. It's very big. It snaps in just with the Link attachments from the factory. These are in the car already, and then these two are really nice. It's nice to have smaller ones that you can cram stuff in. And then we had the tire carrier here. This is a Can-Am piece, bolts on here and has a nice latch here. It worked really well, no problems at all. Nice feature is it does lock out, so you have to push this back in to bring it back down, but the struts are nice. They hold it up well to be able to access everything in here. Inside the car, we took out our PRP seat and added Alpine Designs seat rack. The only issue we had with this is it's hard to get to these front two now that you don't have access under here to reach your hand under to be able to get these two bolts in place. But we still put our cooler on top of this and then our Jackery down here to power it, and that worked great. The other storage thing we did add was the door bags, upper and lower door bags to these, and that was awesome for all kinds of small stuff, snacks and all that kind of thing. So a few other things that we found after rock crawling on the Rubicon here. We did a little bit more extreme stuff this time. Not a surprise, but we did just bend the lower arm radius link down here just a little bit. So we will be looking for some high clearance ones. That's not a surprise, like I said. Typically on an X3, we'd replace these and give ourselves a little bit more clearance, and I'm not surprised we have to do the same thing on the Maverick R. We did hit our trailing arm here pretty good a couple times. You can see there's some dents down in here. So, there's a nice dent right there too. So we'll probably have to do some beefing up to those if we're going to do much more rock crawling. The front arms look pretty good, but again, I'm a bit concerned about hitting them hard. It really doesn't look like we hit these much. A little scrape here on this side, but there's some aftermarket high clearance arms out there that'll come up here a little bit more, give yourself a little bit more clearance. We did run without our sway bar. I've got it completely disconnected. Rock crawling, I think that's the way to go. Leave the rear on and disconnect the front. Pretty easy to take them off. Super happy with our UHMW skids from factory UTV, especially these rock sliders here. It's real nice when you're coming up and over with a longer wheelbase. You're going to hit these with the rocks, and you can do that without worrying about screwing up your plastic. Few issues we did have. One time we were running in diff lock mode and turned off the car. were kind of bound up and wanted to talk to the people outside, kind of guide me through. And when I turned back on the car, I didn't notice it, but it went back to two-wheel drive. And then I tried to, continue on in two-wheel drive. It kind of messed me up because the car slipped over. So one thing to keep in mind, if you're in diff lock mode, you turn the car off, it's going to default you back to two-wheel drive. So really pay attention to that. So the Maverick R really isn't intended to be a rock crawler. Can-Am designed this to be desert and dunes. So by taking it rock crawling, we're trying to do something that Can-Am really didn't intend for you to do. That being said, we've taken it to the Rubicon a couple times and out to Sand Hollow. You can do almost all of the trails. It's just when you get to some of the extreme trails where you can get kind of bound up, where the gear ratio is a little bit tall. What I would like to see is first gear should be more of a granny low in this car. And that would give you a low enough gear for technical rock crawling, and you still have plenty of gears left for everything else. So I'd like to see that first gear dropped quite a bit lower, and that would give you way more control, be able to creep over stuff, almost like a Jeep with this transmission. And I think this thing would be off the hook as a rock crawler with just that change.